Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. If you haven't guessed already, I'm sharing with you guys today a killer outdoor pole-mounted, basically parking lot light. Now you can use this in your business, your home, anywhere where you need to throw a whole lot of light. It does have a built-in photoelectric cell on the bottom, an insulated, I would say kind of like a commercial grade power cord with your standard connections of your ground, your hot, and then of course your white wire, which is your neutral. Now I just have it temporarily wired to an extension cord just so I can turn it on and show you, give you guys an idea of what it looks like. Now this is not something you're going to want to use indoors. One, it gets extremely hot. It does have this beautiful aluminum heat sink, this great construction, but because it's a photoelectric cell, this light, once you turn it on, if you're turning it on somewhere where that light's going to reflect back at you, it's going to think it's daylight and turn off. So only to be used outside, only to be used on a pole setting. Now, if you're creative, you can kind of figure out a way you might want to mount this. This does have some teeth on this kind of swivel knuckle here, and then you get the bracket, which allows you to mount it on a pole and adjust this however you want to adjust it. This might be something you have outdoor if you're maybe hosting an event or whatnot, and you have to project a lot of light onto an object. Again, businesses, I can see this in car lots, shining up at some beautiful cars in the front of their lot, showing those off, displaying them. Again, whatever you need to use this for to project a whole lot of light, you're going to get it with this bad boy. So you see all the LEDs. I'm going to tell you about those in just a second. And its construction is solid. It must weigh at least 20 pounds, so you're going to want to make sure you mount this in a very secure way. What's interesting about it as well, it does have sort of like what appears to be the side brackets where this looks like it could almost be mounted kind of like on a bracket, like a different style bracket. I'm not sure if that's something that's available, but it doesn't seem to come in the box. So maybe they use this housing on several different style lights. Not really sure, but I did test this today next to one of my Sansi outdoor camera lights, which is extremely bright. And this sucker, I mean, it's like this thing wasn't even on next to this light. So it's quite amazing. I also tested it next to one of my work lights. It is super bright. So this one is the 150 watt version. The company is called Kadision. It's K-A-D-I-S-O-N. And you can get this in a 200 watt version as well. I'm not sure if you really need to, but it is available with more wattage. Again, I don't have those side by side to really compare, but it's super bright the way it sits. So as far as lumens, get this. 19,500 lumens. Keep in mind your car headlights, if they're HID, usually put out, depending on the Kelvin temperature of the bulb, like 3,200 lumens. So this is super bright. I mean, you can't look at it, you'll damage your eyes. They really should have a warning label on it. So it does say built-in dusk to dawn photoelectric cell, turns on automatically, sundown, night, off at sunrise, etc., etc. It does say the photoelectric cell, this is good, can be disconnected if you want to use this on a smart switch or if you want to use this just on some sort of switch to turn on, kind of like a shop light, so keep that in mind. What I assume is you probably just unscrew the photoelectric cell and disconnect it. I've done that on a few coach lights for my front door that I don't really want the photoelectric cell on because I'm using it with a smart bulb. So it's great that you have the option to change that out if you just want to use this as a work light. You can do that, which kind of, I guess, contradicts what I was saying. If you are going to use this, let's say in a shop, and you're getting a lot of that light reflecting, naturally it's got to turn off the light, which you'll see in a second. You can disconnect that. So that's fantastic. I didn't realize that until I just read it. As far as anything else on here, heavy duty aluminum housing, high efficiency, it says Fresnel lens. And it's got an IP65 water resistance rating, which can withstand your normal rain, snow, that kind of stuff. It says here it does have the slip fitter mount, which was kind of that knuckle I showed you where you can get that adjustability. And you can basically mount the light where it's shining up, down, at pretty much any angle. So if you put it on a pole, sink that pole in concrete, again, hire a contractor if you're not sure how to do that. This is a fantastic light. What I'm going to do is devise a way by using, and this is something you might think of, if you want to mount this on the side of your house, which is what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to go ahead and get a pipe that'll fit the bracket, and I'm going to go ahead and get some flanges. And so what I'll make is basically flanged house-mounted bracket. So I'll be able to mount this right on the pole. The pole will kind of bend with an elbow and then be mounted to the house with a kind of a piping plumbing flange. So as long as you construct it well, it'll be able to hold the weight. And this sucker, in the event that, I'm not home and I want to go ahead and leave this on to turn on with motion, I could hook this up with a motion sensor if I want. I can go ahead and just have this on a smart switch. I could have a camera basically set that way it detects motion. We'll click this on. So I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but one thing I can tell you, there are times where my backyard with all the beautiful string lights, it's very nice getting the hot tub soaking, you get all the colors, the RGB, but you don't want some big spotlight coming on. But there are times where maybe you'll hear something in the backyard. You know, I did have something stolen from my property not that long ago. Something like this is really great to scare off an intruder, and it's a great way to let neighbors know that, you know, if you communicate, what do I always say about layering security? If you communicate with your neighbors and it's something that you don't turn on very often, if you did have some kind of issue, some kind of event, you can really turn this sucker on and, you know, let people know that, hey, you know, I'm having a problem. What a great way if you know, if you live in an area where maybe your house is kind of tucked back. Maybe, you know, you live on a big piece of property, you want to be able to really illuminate your whole property for whatever reason. This is fantastic. So this is much brighter than a lot of your standard lights, just like this, which is great. I mean, if you have a spot in your house that has an outdoor can or an outdoor electrical box, and you want to use this is awesome. You can, but I tell you, something like this is nice because it has the camera, but there's no way that this can even come close to the amount of output you're going to get with this light. So I think they're fantastic. I definitely look forward to seeing what this does mounted up pretty high in my backyard. I did take it out earlier, plugged it in just to see what it would do. The whole backyard lit up, and that was just from the ground. So let me just show you what it looks like when you turn this sucker on. Again, I remember stuff like this I don't even like really doing in a video because, you know, it's just like showing off a stereo system, you know, listen to my sub box on a YouTube video. You can't tell. All you're hearing is the output of your computer speakers or your cell phone speakers. So you're not really going to get a good indication of how bright this is, but I'll give it to you anyway because I know folks like to see this. So, I mean, it is just absolutely insane the amount of light that this produces. I mean, look at the office just glowing. And see how it kicked off? So that's because it detected that, oh, it's sunlight because it's so bright and you're getting that reflection. So if this, again, was going to be used somewhere like in a shop where you are going to get that reflection, you want to disable the photoelectric cell. So anyway, guys, awesome product. Definitely check out Kadision. I'll put a link in the description where you can check this out. Again, these are the kind of products I pick up and I'm so happy that I did. Again, there's so many great products on Amazon that, you know, if you were to go to a big box store, you're probably going to pay upwards of a couple $100s for this. So the value is great, the performance is great, and I look forward to sharing with you guys maybe in the not too distant future when I get this thing installed. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always here to help. Drop me a comment, drop me an email, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. As always, guys, have a great day and take care.